Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Monday to everybody. Go ahead and get in the chat with me when you come into the room. Would love for you to rep your city, rep your hood. Let me know where you're tuning in from. But welcome to another Gratitude and Gain series on the Who You Know Show, where we're going to move our bodies, share our gratitude, our goals, and keep each other climbing higher and higher every single day. Super excited to be with you this morning. It is Monday, so sometimes after the weekend, getting back on this thing, I'm a little slower today, but that's okay. We're here and we're ready to rock and roll. So as I was going through my gratitude and goals this morning, a couple of things I want to share that I'm grateful for, super excited about is today marks 14 days smoke free. Okay. So 14 days, no smoking, celebrating 2 full weeks, no cigarettes, and hell yeah. Like, it's awesome. I feel great. It's getting easier and easier every single day. And it just feels great. Like, I have been smoking since I was 10 years old. It's crazy. And so, yeah, 2 weeks. And I haven't, cold turkey as well. So cold turkey, super excited about it. I'm grateful for staying sober and disciplined also through a challenging weekend. So some of you that have been following me through my journey, as I've been sharing with you guys, is that I also quit drinking. And drinking, the reason I quit drinking was so I could quit smoking. Honestly, the drinking wasn't really a big problem. That was actually very easy to quit. But I feel great not drinking either. It's amazing. So I haven't had a drink in, let's see, it's been like maybe a month and a half. Okay, so amazing. Anyways, super excited about that. And I stayed sober, didn't drink or smoke or anything through a challenging weekend. I'll get more into that in a second, but I had a little bit of a challenging weekend. And I'm grateful also for the chance to attend my 20-year high school reunion. Went to on Saturday, and it was really a powerful reminder of just how far I've come, because when I went to the reunion, my 20-year high school reunion, I went and I really didn't know anybody. Like, there were some familiar faces, but there was no relationships there, zero. Like, I didn't know anyone. Like, again, I knew faces, but did I have any relationships? No, I didn't. And there's a reason for that. I had a very crazy upbringing. I got in a lot of trouble as a kid and was in and out of different schools. Had to go to alternative schools and all kinds of things like that. And I didn't really get to make a lot of friends because I was too busy getting in trouble, changing schools. So standing there, it now shows the growth, the transformation. And I'm excited about that. I mean, it was kind of a little sad in a way that I didn't have any relationships. And as I was talking with people, we were going through just in conversation, and I was like, yeah, I didn't really remember anybody because of that, because I was constantly in and out of jail and in and out of changing schools and all this craziness going on in my life when I was young. And so, it just reminded me of the transformation. So I'm grateful for that. You know what I mean? It was kind of like on one end was kind of sad. It was kind of like, I don't have any relationships here. I don't even know what I'm doing here. But on the other end, it was like, I've come a long freaking way, come a long way. So I ought to be, proud of that. Something to be grateful for. And maybe that's a lesson for everybody listening right now, is if you look for it, even in times like that where it was kind of depressing, honestly, but there's something to be grateful for in it. If you look deep enough, you can find something to be grateful for. And as I reflected on it, for me, it was just the transformation. Like, I've come a long way from those days, from high school and middle school. I mean, I was a crazy kid. So anyway, excited about that. The big transformation there. I'm grateful for a productive Saturday. Was able to hang some, I don't know if you guys can see them, but it's a little brighter in here. I was able to hang some lights up in my gym, get out and do some fishing. I have a pond next to my house, and went and did a little fishing, which was cool, to keep my mind clear. I needed to stay active and keep my mind busy. I needed to keep my mind busy, keep things moving. I had a kind of a setback, I guess you'd call it, from Friday night. Had some disappointment. There was a last minute cancellation. Had a date that was scheduled that last minute canceled on me Friday night, and even kind of had a message that was sent that was kind of a little stung a little bit, sent into me. And so I was proud of how I handled it, though, right? I handled it well. Didn't get upset. Just kind of like had grace. And instead of spiraling or getting frustrated or upset or, drinking or doing anything like that, I stayed sober. I went to bed early. Said, you know what? All right, I'll just get some rest. Go to bed early. And got up Saturday and kept busy. I mean, I went again, did some home projects, went fishing, went to my reunion, and I'm proud of the way that I handled it, even though I was disappointed, frustrated a little bit, disappointed, frustrated. Wasn't the outcome I was hoping for, but you know what? That's her loss. All good. And the key message to you guys is that life's going to test you sometimes, but the choices you make in private are going to set the stage for the blessings that you pray for in public. Right? Think about that. The choices you make in private are going to set the stage for the things that you're praying for in public. So that's what, again, had some disappointment on Friday, but went to bed, cleared my head, and got up Saturday, got to move and got to work and got to literally work with my hands. Got out, got some fishing done. That always helps me. I love fishing. Went out to the pond, went fly fishing, caught a couple bass on the fly fishing rod. Where are my fly fishing people out there? Where y'all at? Represent in the chat. Let me know. I'm a fly fisherman. I don't even know what you say. Fly fish person. If it's a fly fisherman and fisherwoman. I don't know what you say for a woman. Fisherwoman, fisherman, fisherwoman. It's kind of hard to say. It's a tongue twister. I don't even know if that's the right word. Fisherwoman. That's what I need in my life. I need a fisherwoman. I need a fisherwoman. So, yeah, that's actually part of one of my goals, right? One of my goals is a godly relationship with a fisherwoman that can lead to marriage and family. And I'm wanting a connection. I'm wanting depth, and to be seen as God sees me from someone else. I want them to see me in that way. And so here's something else I want you to reflect on as you're moving this morning. Hopefully you're up moving with me. Come on, let's go. If I'm getting up, you better be getting up. So I want you to reflect on this. If we're praying for something new, we also have to prepare ourselves to be ready for it, spiritually, emotionally, physically, right? We've got to prepare, and that's what I'm doing. I'm preparing myself for, a godly relationship that leads to marriage and a family. That's what I'm working on right now. It's one of my goals, right? I don't want to do this world alone. And I know that I'm stronger when I'm in relationship. So that's what I'm working on. And I got to sharpen myself. I got to get myself prepared for it, right? So that's what I'm doing. Then I want you to think about that too. If you're praying for something, what are you doing to prepare yourself for it? Right? If you're asking God for something in your life, what are you doing to help get ready for it? Think about that. Couple of questions I have for you guys. What's one old habit that you've broken or you want to break? I want you to tell me down there in the chat. What's one old habit that you've broken in the past or that you want to break? All right, tell me in the chat. How do you respond when plans fall apart or someone lets you down? I want you to tell me that. What do you do? Had that happen to me on Friday and was disappointed. But how do you handle it? What do you do when you're let down? Right? I always teach my job seeker community to lead with gratitude. Like if you get let down for a job, if you've been interviewing for a job, which is essentially what I was doing with this woman that canceled on me on Friday, I'm applying for the job, right? I'm applying for the job. And what do you do when you get let down? You're going through a job interview and you get rejected. Well, I always teach them to lead with gratitude. Tell them, hey, I'm so thankful for the opportunity. I'm grateful for the time that you spent with me and how we got to get to know each other. Now that you know a little bit more about my skill set, what I'm able to do, what I'm looking to accomplish, if any opportunities come up in the future, I would definitely love to hear about them, stay in touch, and, I'll stay in connection with you. But basically just lead with gratitude and thankfulness and try not to completely close the door, close the loop. That's something I teach, and, it oftentimes can lead to other opportunities. If you if you do it that way. And but I'm curious to know from you guys, what do you do? What are some things that you do when plans fall apart, or you get rejected, or someone lets you down? Okay, what do you do? How do you respond to that? Because I think that your response makes all the difference in the world. You know, for me, I always try to step back for a moment, because your initial reaction is going to be like, you know, frustration and just all kinds of stuff. And if you react in that emotion, if you respond in emotion, it's never going to be good. You know, it's not going to be good. So take a step back, clear your head for a moment. That's what I did. And my response was with empathy. My response was understanding and gratefulness. And that's what I'm encouraging you to do if you get rejected one day, which we're all going to get rejected for certain things at certain times in life. Whenever that happens to you, think about how you react to it. What's your reaction look like? And so, but I'm curious to you, what do you do? Tell me in the chat. What are some milestones that you're celebrating today? What are you grateful for? What's something that reminds you of how far you've come? I think that's always important to look at, you know. For me, again, my 20-year high school reunion, I'm like, man, I've come a long way. I have come a long way in 20 years. Let's go. Let's freaking go. Like I said, I didn't have any relationships in that room. You know, it had 0 relationships in that room. And I was like, oh my gosh. I could have looked at that as a negative, you know, and been all sad about it or all that. I mean, it was kind of a little bit, but I'm like, no, let me flip the mindset here. Be proud of yourself. Be freaking proud of yourself. You come a long way and you transform your life in a lot of ways. And, you know, just talking with some of the people there, and this isn't to like, you know, pat myself on the back or anything like that, but like, I could see that I have, like, as far as, you know, business success and stuff like that, I'm actually a lot further ahead than a lot of the people there. And I didn't go to college. You know, a lot of those people went to college, all that kind of stuff. But I could see that there were a lot of people I was speaking with that, you know, yeah, I started behind, but I didn't end up behind. You know what I mean? I would say the area that I am behind is the family side, right? I don't have a wife or child or anything like that. So that's the area that I'm trying to catch up. I'm trying to get there now. You know, business is good. You know, all that stuff's great. Working on my health. We're good there, you know, but family and legacy are important to me now. And that's one of the goals I'm looking for. But what's a milestone? What's something that you're celebrating today that reminds you of how far you've come? I'd love to know in the chat, so let me know. Guys, I hope this message has been encouraging for you, or at least just got your butt up. I hope you're out of bed. I know it's Monday. A lot of people hate Mondays. But you got to get moving, you know, get the blood pumping. I was a little bit late to getting started this morning, a little bit late, but the important thing is that you get up, okay? So hopefully this message has encouraged you. If it has, I'd love for you to go ahead and share it out. Share it with someone who needs a little bit of encouragement this morning, who needs to get their butt up, needs to wake up, maybe needs a wake-up call, all right? And make sure you guys subscribe to the regular Who You Know Show podcast for more stories of resilience, success. I'm interviewing some of the world's biggest thought leaders, talking about entrepreneurs, business owners, celebrities, athletes, best-selling authors, coaches, anybody who's doing big things and can help us find their blueprints to success. You know, success leaves clues. And that's what we want to do, is find the clues, find the roadmap so that it's easier for you. You know, what takes someone a lifetime to accomplish, you know, if they can just help connect the dots for you and show you the roadmap, it doesn't have to take a lifetime for you or me. We can figure it out much faster because they've already been there, right? And so that's what the Who You Know Show podcast is all about, helping you elevate your life in your wealth, health, business, career, relationships, you know, your faith. We want to help you with that. So make sure you tune in. And I'm super excited about this episode. Make sure you guys share this thing out. And let's see who's tuning in with me. If you guys are in the chat, let me know. Would love to hear from you. Just rep your city, rep your hood. Let's rock. Let's roll. Let's go. And if you catch this on the replay, go ahead. Put replay down in the chat as well. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to get off of this, get back to the rest of my workout. Got a lot more to do this morning before I get to the office. So hope you guys have an amazing, blessed day. And I will talk to you tomorrow.